Okay, we're here at the March Scopes booth at SHOT Show 2025 here with Doug. And what do we got new for this year, Doug?
We got this PRS scope. It's a 5-42, and they've made several changes on it. One of the things that they did is they got rid of the locking turrets, because most of the PRS guys are finding if the turret gets locked and then they go to move it, they've lost 5 seconds on their timing,
Right.
and they're all timed and they need to get their shots off. So they did away with that. And then they put on this ceramic coating here. Some of the guys have got a piece of tape they put on there, but they don't work very well. This is a permanent ceramic coating that's writable. So you've got your target, you put a line there, you put target 1, you go over here, put a line there, you got target 2, and you mark them so that when you want to shoot, there it is, target 2,
Right.
target 1, and you're done. You're not guessing and looking off of a paper here and fooling around, wasting time.
Good for a guy like me that has the memory of a goldfish.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, me too.
Excellent. So this is High Master, and I'm familiar with an older one. Are these shortened up a bit?
Yes,
now
they are.
Compared to
yeah,
what
they did that.
Okay.
Because this one has 140 MOA, so
Okay.
naturally you got 70 up and 70 down.
Right.
Whereas the older ones, that when they're longer, they can't get that much elevation without shortening them.
I gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's what do they say? It's a faster scope that in terms of image, what is it, resolution, I think is how I think I've seen them described. So still a 34 mil tube?
Yeah,
On it?
34
Okay.
mil tube, and the tube itself is 4 mils thick.
Oh, is that right?
Yes,
4 mil wall?
yes.
Holy cow, and you're still getting that kind of elevation adjustment.
Yeah.
So that's a 5-42. What else do we have new for this year?
Well, the other thing they did is they
Sure.
put a 25-degree eye box on here, or a eyepiece.
Okay.
So now that gives you another wider field of view.
Field of view, okay.
Okay, so you can run your power higher and still get a wide field of view.
Okay.
And what else did they do with this thing here? That's probably about all they did to it.
Okay.
It still has the zero stop in the top, so you can set
Right.
your zero stop, and it's a quick zero stop. I mean, you set to set your zero. You're over here at 4. You loosen these 3 screws, turn it to 0, tighten them up,
Right.
and then you say, okay, my 0 is there. You just take a coin or a plastic. I like a plastic piece so you don't scratch it up,
Right,
and turn
right.
it down till it stops. Your 0's there.
Okay. Reticle choices.
Oh yes, this has got the new reticle in it. They designed specifically, that guy there, Mr. Brandon, he designed this reticle, and they put floating dots at 1, 2, all of the
you see that?
oh yeah,
Thank you.
there's the guy with the put
Okay.
floating dots at all of the at the sections, and
Right.
then they also put the lines up and down, so you got half there, so it makes it cleaner.
You bet.
Oh
So there's the new reticle for that.
yes, they put floating dots on all of the
Yeah, the horizontal.
the
Yeah.
horizontal, and they also got rid of the numbers here so it was obscuring the lens, and they also put a half up, and then it's easier to find the hash marks, so you're
Right.
not guessing. And I cleaned up the reticle.
Is this available in illuminated as well?
No, non-illuminated only, and
Okay.
that reticle at present is only available in this particular scope, because we make this same model that doesn't have the writable turrets, and it has a
Right.
locking shuriken lock on it, but it
Okay.
at present doesn't have that reticle, but they may introduce it later, we're not
Okay.
sure.
You know, I've wondered about illuminated reticles for several years now. I don't hear of too many people using them. I wonder if that's kind of going away.
Well, I don't. I mean, I've bought scopes with them. The first one I bought, back in about 1991 or
Don't
2.
date yourself now, Doug.
Yeah, I bought it and I never used it once. I mean, I see it has a purpose maybe in hunting. If you're in a
Certainly.
dark bush or
Right.
something, and
Yep.
and you losing your black reticle in the dark trees.
Sure.
And then
Yep.
you can see your reticle.
Yep.
But as far as in competition, it doesn't usually do much, and a lot of times
Right.
you have to be careful, because when you get a lighted reticle, sometimes the lines get twice as thick.
You bet. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
not
think
the
it was kind of a novelty there for a while.
Yeah.
And the practical use, I'm not so sure that's actually really useful for the most part.
I agree.
Okay.
All right.
This? Anything else?
Yeah, we got a Majesta.
All right.
All right, so we got this new Majesta. It's an
Nice.
8 to 80 power,
Okay.
and they put the shuriken locks on this one, so you can lock it if you want. It's when it's on red like that, it's locked. You just turn it easily like that to white, and you can turn the knob. The zero sets on the top again, very easy. You just set your zero, screw it down, and it doesn't go down any lower. It only goes up.
Okay.
These ones have got a lighted reticle
Right.
on them. You can turn it on and off here, and then you set the power on
Right,
the
the
side here,
intensity.
1 to 6,
Okay.
and it's lit. It's got the wide eye box in it too, and the reason, or eyepiece I should say, part of the reason they did that is for F-Class. A lot of guys are poaching.
Poaching? Okay.
Well, I've been poaching all my life. So, a lot of guys will use a spotting scope, right? Because
Okay.
you want this thing turned up fairly high. You don't want to keep
Sure.
fooling with your power, right?
Okay.
So, you hear your buddy beside you says, "Oh damn," and you know darn well he did something wrong. So you want to see, oh, he shot a 2 at 9 o'clock. So now you know you got to shoot right away. You're going to shoot a 2 at 3 o'clock, so you hit in the middle.
Right. Damn
So
poachers.
Yeah, so and most of the scopes you can only see your own target. With this wider field of view now, you can see your buddy's target on each side just by looking through here. That's part of the reason they did that. And they also put in an extra proprietary lens system in here, and they won't tell us exactly what it is because they don't want anybody to know.
Oh, sure.
But what it does is it reduces the mirage so that you can see better.
That's interesting.
One of the guys here, Tim, wherever he is, he won the American championship with F-Class with this last year, and he was shooting in mirage at 80 power. And it got really bad. He said he had to turn it down to 40.
No kidding.
Yeah. And they've got some
Even
kind
at
of
40 with
when bad
thick mirage.
Yeah, and they also got a special reticle in this now that has hash marks on the top and the bottom, because you know that that black bullseye mark, it's dark, and when the heat hits it, it's moving up and down and moving all around.
You bet.
So what they're doing with these line marks is they're set up for the target size at 80 and at 40, and so you can set them on the top, and because the target is buff covered or colored like a 2x4, it doesn't move around as much.
Okay.
So they use those lines in bad mirage, and they encompass it. They got side marks on top to encompass the target frame, and then you're not having to deal with that thing floating up and down.
Okay.
So they've got a special reticle specifically for F-Class for that.
No
in this
kidding.
gun, yeah.
Okay. Second focal plane only, or is there a choice?
No, second only.
Yeah, I figured as much for a sort of F-Class focused piece of equipment. Interesting. All right, Doug. Well, thanks very much. Nice to hear about the new stuff.
All right.
And
look forward to seeing you at the King of 2 Miles next year.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I got a little bit of different equipment set up. Same optic, different equipment set up this year.
Yeah, that's good.
No more messing around.
Cool. You're going to use the 375 enabler?
Yes, sir.
Right
yeah,
on.
you betcha. All right, Doug. Thanks very much.
I'm going to come out there and try out my 300.
Do it.
All right.
All right. Here at SHOT Show 2025. See you later.
All right.